Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, winning Wednesday. And it's raining. Woohoo! Yes. Got super excited this morning when I came out here. It was almost so quiet. And I sat down to do my morning routine. And then I'm like, it's raining. And it's kind of stopped long enough for us to take a walk because I had a look on my app. It's got this little dial thing that shows you about the rain. And if you hit the little dial thing, and I'll bring it up here and show you. I use AccuWeather. So this is what it currently says. And see how it's got that circle with the yellow bits on there? That's the rain. Yes, and you can see it's even got little raining things going down and behind. And the winter weather advisory is if you're above 4,000 feet, they're expecting some snow today. But then if you click the circle, it goes to this, which shows you with the times. Whoops. Shows you with the times when all the rain is, and the darker the color at the top, the heavier the rain is going to be. And let's see. They've got it going until 11 a.m. this morning. So, but I also had a look through, and then it starts up again at, what time is that? 1:30. So around 1:30 this afternoon, we're going to start. So we're going to have a break for a bit. But then I was having a look at hour by hour, and the winds are going to be picking up, which means I haven't been able to put the awning out before going for a walk because it was already up enough where I keep the awning in. But they're expecting wind gusts here. They're forecasting wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour today here. And the rain sort of like started in this direction, and it's moved to this. It's coming in from the south right now, along with the wind, and then it's going to move to the south-southwest, and then it's going to move to be coming in directly into my door, which is going to make our walk this evening very interesting. Trying to get the door open and get a dog outside while it's raining, that is not. If I had the awning out, she would quite happily come out underneath the awning. But if I can't have the awning out and it's raining, Zeffie just refuses to go outside. But so we had a walk this morning in the rain, and I had the towel down on the floor for when we got back. And Zeffie comes inside, and she's like twisting and turning this way, and then she'd like run a little bit, and then she'll come running back. And and she still had her leash and harness on, and I just looked at her and I go, "What are you doing?" And she just stopped and she looks at me, and then she gets down in play mode, like, I'm ready on attack. I'm on attack. And the tail's going furiously. She did not want to get dried. So I took her harness off, and she runs a little, and she comes back again. And I like, come here and get dried. And so she allowed me to rub her down with the towel, which she doesn't normally do because she hates being towel dried. She even hates it when she goes to the groomers and they stick her inside the crate with the fan thingy on to dry her off. She hates that. And so I always tell her when I take her in to get her groomed, do not put her in there. She doesn't like it. You need to towel dry her. I said she still doesn't like that, but she's more accepting of that than she is if you put her in that tunnel thing. And so you had a crazy dog this morning. She is now curled up in her bed, snuggled up. It is like you saw on the thing, 40-something degrees outside with a high of 54 today. It's going to be wet. It's going to be windy. Love it. I got the heat going. If you're wondering what that loud noise is, it's the heat pump pumping in some nice warm air. I checked my gas tank yesterday because I thought, it's been a couple of weeks since I got it filled. It's just below 3/4 filled. When they fill up the propane tanks, they only fill them to 3/4 anyway. So with what I've used over the last couple of weeks since they last filled it, it's like 1, maybe 2 needle widths from where it was when they filled it. So I'm sort of like, yes. So for today, I have plenty of gas to get through. I was going to run out and go and grab my mail this morning, but with the rain and all of that, I don't want to be out there. It's cutting it too fine to get back in time for what I've got on this morning. So it's sort of like, now the question is, will I get there by 6 o'clock this evening? And then I suddenly thought, hang on. I have a little wiggle room tomorrow morning. So we're going to aim for tomorrow morning, but I know my water softener is there. I wouldn't get it set up today anyway with the rain. We'll get it done tomorrow morning. And so last night I did not get my steak dinner. After I finished my live, I got caught up in the genealogy research. Oh man, that thing's genealogy for me is just a rabbit hole. You go down and there's twists and turns and you're finding new tunnels and everything else. And so I did not get my steak dinner last night. Zeffie comes out at one point and looks at me and whines, and I look down and go, "What's the matter?" And she just looks at me. And I looked at her food bowl and there was food in there, so I knew she wasn't hungry. Then I suddenly thought, "Oh, maybe she wants a treat." And I looked up and it was 9:20. I'm like, how the heck did it get to 9:20? I'm like, no. Cannot be 9:20, but I checked my watch, I checked the phone, the microwave, everything, and it all said 9:20. And I'm like, oh, jeepers. Well, I'm not cooking dinner now, so I just made a protein shake. And then I said to Zephyr, so, all right, let me finish this one thing, because I was typing something up. I said, let me finish typing this, and then I will come spend some time with you. She looks at me, huffs, turns around, walks away, and the next thing I hear is thud, treat. She went and pressed her treat buzzer. I'm like, okay, good girl. You got to give her praise. And she went and pressed her treat buzzer, and then she went and sat on the engine hump and waited for me. And I gave her lots of praise for that. And I went and we did our nightly treat routine. And so she was happy after that. And then I went and made my protein shake. And then I sat down and finished off what I was busy typing at the time. And then she was happy. We were able to go and, and then I was sort of like, I'm going to bed. I'm done. I'm going to bed. We just shut everything down and went to bed. And but yeah, she sat here. She had a good rub down and got lots of petting and scratches, and she loves her scratches. And but yeah, 9:20 last night, and I was like, damn it. But yeah, we'll get that steak in today. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go put it on now, and then I could have it. But I thought, no, I've already had breakfast. And I thought, ooh, I could put the Foreman grill on to do the steak. While that's going, I have a mini waffle maker and a mini griddle. So there's can't even think of they're little round things. They're like about this round. The roundness of them is about the same size as I would guess it's about the same size as a English muffin is the cooking surface on these things. And I've got a waffle and I've got a flat griddle one, and you just close it up. It cooks. It's good. You can break an egg into it and it will cook it in there. It takes like 2 minutes. You just got to put a timer on. But I thought, when I cook, because one thing I absolutely love is steak, eggs, and chips. I love my steak, eggs, and chips. And I'm talking hot chips, fries. But I don't have any of those. But I thought I could at least do the steak and egg portion of it. And I could cook the eggs. And I thought, I can't have fries, but I can do a chuffle. And a chuffle is a cheese waffle where you take, is it half a cup of, it's like half a cup of cheese and an egg, or is it it's a cup of cheese and an egg, and you mix them and you whip up the egg, put the cup of cheese in there, get it so it's just wet. That's basically what it does. And then you make these little, and then you put it into the waffle maker, that little mini waffle maker, and it makes these chuffles, these cheese waffles. And I thought, I could cook some of those while my steak's cooking, because according to my little book, the steak takes like 4 minutes to get to medium rare. And in that time, I could, as soon as I put, I could start cooking the eggs before that and the chuffles. So then I could, and I was sort of like, and then I was like, I could do this. And then I'm like, hang on, I only have 2 power outlets on my kitchen area. Darn. So then I thought, well, we cook the chuffle, and then we put the egg in, and then the steak will be done. But we've got to let that rest for 2 to 3 minutes so we can unplug the grill. This is all this math thing going on here because I don't have a lot of counter space. My counter space is it's about 2 feet, about 24 inches, I think. Maybe the actual counter space, not counting the cooktop, because I got the air fryer on there. But the air fryer is going to have to go onto the floor for me to put the grill on there, because I don't know how hot the grill gets. And these other 2 little ones also need to go on there. But the 2 little ones I could actually put on the wooden chopping board, and that would be okay. So it's like all of this, like figuring the logistics of it all. I've got the meal. I know what I want to cook. It's the logistics of it. And I'm like thinking, oh, I wish I had some mushrooms, because I could have like sauteed some mushrooms in the griddle thing and like put them on there and then just closed it and let them cook. I thought, oh no, then I would get really runny with the juice, yeah, that's not going to work. I'm sorry, I'm boring you all with my cooking thing. So anyway, it's Winning Wednesday. What are your wins for the week? Getting so off track. Brain's like, so what are your wins for the week? What are you celebrating this week? And remember, we should be celebrating the wins as they occur, taking that time to be in the moment, to celebrate the wins before we look at moving forward. Always look at moving forward and taking that energy and just moving. But my wins this week, I've got, I'm doing well with my health challenge. We're on to day 17 today. Everything's going well. I'm keeping under my proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and calories for each day. There was one day over the weekend where I was like 4 grams over on the fat that I was allowed. I'm like, yeah, I know how that happened. Things have more fat in it than you anticipate. Read the labels. So it's rain. Can you hear the rain? That's a huge one for me. It's rainy time. But anyway, I got to get going. I've got to go get on my accountability call so I can account my week to my accountability coach, see what goals I met and everything else. And I am now pulling out my notebook for that so I can go get ready for that and write down what my wins were for the week and everything else. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day wherever you are. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe. I've got friends who are traveling, so safe travels to them. I've got people who are in areas that are way colder than mine, so stay warm. And we'll catch you guys back here later on this evening around 6 p.m. Pacific if we haven't gone to get the mail, depending on the weather. No, I'm going to leave it till tomorrow. I have made an executive decision. We are waiting until tomorrow when there's no rain, so there'll be less wet roads and surface flooding and all of that, because I know with the amount of rain we're getting today, there will be surface flooding. So anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling day. Hey, Konara.